Hey guys, Bugster here. So I recently showed a different combo ender to the double bomb setup, which was really strong. It's been serving me really well. However, there's a lot of safe armor in MK, so I wanted to show a different ender with close bomb instead of mid bomb, which counters 90% of the wake ups in the game. I can still do a hard to blockable off of it, which is pretty cool, but again, not optimal. It's not the best ever, but it's still there. And if they do delay the wake up, at least you get pressure after it. So let's have a look what I'm talking about. Jason, I'm going to put him on auto block. So he's going to block as soon as he can. And he's on choke slam. Okay. The reason why I've picked Jason for this demonstration is because he has quite a lot of different armor types. In terms of advancing armor, stationary armor, and even a command grab that's armored. And I just wanted to show you that it's countering all of these. So it's the same idea as before, but do a close bomb then dash forward. Now you can choose to go for pressure or block, it doesn't really matter. It just really does depend on their special move and what it does. Against Jason, for instance, I'm now not going to block, I'm just going to go in for pressure. As you can see, you can still at least convert with sword air or a grab maybe, and that works fine. Let's take him off choke slam. Let's put him on his command grab.
Karen all said back off in my ass now.
As you can see, going for pressure, same thing again. And all these you can do the XOR as a conversion. Let's have a look at Temple Slam. This is Jason's advancing armor. Oh wow. I am messing everything up because there's a cat running across my hands. Sorry about that. And as you can see, with a dash forward and a block, he gets halted in his tracks. If I don't block it, I don't actually get a launcher against Jason because he does a really nasty hard knockdown. But I'll just show you for showing you's sake. He still gets launched. What happens if he does Blood Mist? And I'm going to move on to Smoke as well after this. But I'll just show you Blood Mist now. Because it's a similar principle. The bomb protects you. So although it doesn't actually launch him, it still protects you from him doing Blood Mist and then following up with a back one and fully comboing you. And it's the same thing with Smoke as well.
Triboard.
So I'm going to show you now two of the hardest matchups for Cyrax. Some tech, you could call it, against them. So here, he's on phase forward. They usually use phase forward because when you try to go for pressure, they go behind you and then they combo you. Using this far bomb, standing 3 into close bomb technique, they can no longer do this. as the bomb's there. If he went for a forward one there, he would get launched. You can even do it in a way where the bomb just launches him. But obviously, it's not very inconspicuous, but there it is. And then people are going to be asking, well, what about tech roll face forward? Well, actually, if you go for tech roll face forward, it doesn't work with this setup. And I'll show you what I mean now. Because when he's in the air, the standing free pushes him away from you. If he does tech roll into face forward, he just stays in front of you. He stays where you are, he doesn't go behind you. So that's not an option for him anyway. Now he can still phase away, but he's not going to get any pressure off of that. He's going to spend a barometer to get up. That's just that you're just going to have to take the hit there. But the main thing here is that if he tries to do the face forward, which is a offensive wake up to try and combo you for punishing you for going pressure, it's no longer an option for him on his wake up. And let's have a look at these other hardest matchups. These are the two hardest matchups you have. I believe these two are above all others, and it's Katana. So Katana and Smoke are just way above the others. I would actually say Katana's harder than Smoke, just because it's just so difficult to even touch her in any way in the neutral. But one of the things about Katana is if she square waves, and I'll show you now, she lifts herself off the floor, so any bomb Oki setups don't work against her, which is quite funny. But the bomb just doesn't hit her the low. She like goes above the explosion, so it's hard to get armor break setups on her. But let's just have a look at what happens if we do this on the Katana. Oh, 1 second, I had to sneeze. Same setup again. Went for pressure. She got launched. So whenever I have a bar of meter here, I can basically capitalize off of her trying to do a sneaky wake up. I can also do throw as well. If I don't have a bar of meter. And this goes for most characters. Let's have a look at her other wake up. Rising Blades. So with Rising Blades, one of the main problems you have as a player is the fact that her Rising Blades don't get Oki by the bomb, and they do it. Luckily you can just sort of stay still on the wake up, and then hopefully you can capitalise on her being in the air. But again, it doesn't work for that, but if she does tech roll Rising Blades, it does work in a way. So let's have a look at that. So if she from there tries to sort of burn a meter to stay safe or anything like that, and then comes down with anything, this low bomb here should hit her. But I've got no way of showing you that now, but I know it does. At least with the jumping punch anyway. Nice little overhead low set up there. That was by accident. So, and the same thing happens with square boost as well. Or square wave. If she does tech roll, she just gets launched by the bomb. Oh. So if you do manage to get Katana in a combo, which let's be honest is rare, she can no longer. I mean, look at that. How are you supposed to punish that move? So that's one reason why she's one of the harder matchups. But now she can't get away. Using this setup, she cannot get away. I'm trying to think what else to show now. It doesn't work on Goro. I checked Goro. You have to check the slide characters. It works on Scorpion. So if Scorpion wakes up, he will just get launched by the bomb. Some characters where they have a wake up where they stand still, for instance Ermac and Kenshi, just do mid bomb as you would standard. It's counted those characters anyway. So you do fire bomb, standing free, mid ground bomb, go for your pressure. If they armor, they'll get launched by the bomb, which is fantastic. If they don't armor, then you get the obvious setup from it. Not tried Alien, not tried a few characters. Kano, just similar sort of stuff really. Just bait the whiff on the armor and go nuts. Liu Kang's got two different wake ups, one of which is bicycle kicks, which is about 1 hit of armor. I believe that would probably get out pretty safely. But his Dragon's Wrath, which is his safe armor, which they tend to spam on wake up, is not safe for this. So this is another character where this setup just really shines. There you go, no longer safe. So they're not going to be happy about that. And then they're going to start waking up with, I don't even know what it's called, Bicycle Flurry. I've not actually tried this, so I don't know what's going to happen. So let's have a look. Yeah, so they can get out there pretty free. So that's going to be their go-to armor. However, it does have 1 hit of armor, so if they're going to go for that, just go for the armor break setup that we normally have, and they can't do that. So you do have counters. They can obviously wake up with the opposite, but they'd have to make the read on that and get out appropriately. So then finally I'm just going to show the 50-50 that you can get off of it, almost like hard to blockable. So with the same setup, because you're doing the close bomb, if they just stand still on the floor, can you see how they're quite far away? You can actually get the overhead and the low. But if you do that, it doesn't work. So how do you get it? This is how. You wait a second, and then you go for back 1, 2+4, and it launches them for 19%. And that's sort of the hard to blockable. You can get more than 19% if you spec the bar. Just remember when you're doing this to wait a second, otherwise you'll win like that. So it's a little bit annoying. It's not the greatest in the world. But if the opponent does decide to fully delay the wake up, this is kind of your only option. If they just wake up normally, so let's just have wake up auto block, I suppose. Don't know if this will wake up normally or not, we'll find out. Yeah, I think if they just wake up normally, it's just an overhead. So it's not the greatest. So this is a defensive setup, guys. This is just intended just as you think to yourself, you know what? I'm not too sure here what my opponent's going to do on their wake up. I'm just going to play it safe. I'm not going to go for far bomb into mid bomb and then go for the back 3 down 4 or maybe a hard to block off of that. I'm just going to play it safe. I think they're going to wake up and I'm going to place a close bomb. Look like I'm going for pressure and then I have a block. Maybe you do go for pressure. Sometimes it'll save you anyway. And you'll still be advantage off of their wake up and they'll be thinking, wow, I can't even wake up with armor against this setup. It still blows me up. You're still being on the offense. It counters a lot of characters that we've been struggling with that get out of our double bomb setups. So it's really good. Really, really, really good. And I'm glad that there is something we can use, especially against smoke. It works against ethereal Melina as well. So if she wants to do her EX fade stuff, she can't because the bomb ends up behind you and it protects your back basically. So she can't. She can EX. They can fade away, but they can't fade towards you to like gain a full combo off of you going for pressure, which is really important. Really, really important. You lose the Oki sort of hard to block a ball if they get up straight away. Um, but at the same time, sometimes it's worth just throwing out that safety barrier, safety net, especially against a good player. They will throw armor occasionally, and I have got an armor break set up with back two, but even though it's kind of good, it's also doesn't cover tech roll and stuff. This setup covers tech roll, covers uh, um, suppose it covers backdash if you're just going straight for pressure. Because you mean you can do what you want off of it. You know, you don't have to go for back 3 down 4. You could just go for forward 4-3 if you wanted, or forward 4 saw. You know, this isn't a hard to blockable setup. This is just a defensive. You have to get out of that mindset of, you know, every time I knock them down, I have to put them back into a hard to blockable. You know, this is just a defensive setup. Covers you if they armor, keeps you on the offense if they don't, keeps you safe, keeps you, you know, keeps you up for frames plus, their frames negative. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this has been of use to you, and I'll see if there's anything else we can dig up for Cyrax before Injustice 2 hits.